I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. Look at us
Me
go.
too. We're like taking off with this project.
Pressing the wrong stuff here. Hold
And
on.
it'll keep me sane. It'll keep me sane. It'll give me something to do. And I don't know. I've been feeling that I haven't been going out of my weeb. I haven't been living to my weeb potential.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's why we're doing this.
Yeah, I feel like that's another thing. Like I for a while I was at like a pretty good standard for weeb, but then I kind of just fell off and was like, yeah, I got complacent with like, yeah, I like anime, and then I haven't been watching any new ones.
Nice.
And
I
all
meant
they got
to
all
any
these.
conventions due to COVID.
Yeah, so I haven't been to any conventions. So
Fucking loser, dude.
I mean,
it's hard to be a weeb now.
it's really hard to be a weeb in quarantine when you're literally forced to be stuck at home and have pure access to anime 24/7. But God, it's so hard.
Well,
It's so hard to be a weeb.
Well, that's why we started this anime podcast here. You know?
Welcome everybody to Two Tap Anime.
We're live.
We're not live.
We're recording.
We are recording in the comfort of our quarantine homes. And I'm Ashten, or Skyloft Link.
I'm Kenny, also known as Food Kenny.
I'm Jazz. I go by a lot of things. Maybe Mayday. Jazz and Mayday.
Mayday. All right. So, Kenny, do you want to go ahead and give a quick synopsis as to what this podcast is potentially going to be entitling or encapsulating of?
I mean, I kind of gave myself a little thing here.
Perfect.
But basically, it's we're a 3-person panel variety podcast where we watch the current simulcast anime of the season. So currently, it's like summer of 2020. So we picked 6 shows from that pool that's currently playing. We picked 2 each. So I picked 2, Jazz picked 2, Ashton picked 2. That list, Ashton, you actually have it, but we'll get to that. We'll watch the first 2 episodes of each of their shows and then kind of discuss that going forward. We'll review the 2 shows, talk about what we liked, didn't like, what interests us, and if we decide to either continue it or drop it right there automatically. It's like the Bachelor
essentially
anime.
We're reviewing the start of animes, right? The first 2 episodes, what we agreed on, and based off of our discussion on those first 2 episodes, we're going to decide whether or not to continue the show or not. We can bash it hard and be like, "Nah, we don't like it," or we could love it and just be like, "Hey, we're going to watch this." And potentially, we are doing an after, right? We're going to watch the full series and then come back to it.
If you choose to continue it.
That's if we choose to continue, right?
Yeah, if you individually choose to continue it, we will
have
in
a segment.
Future episode have a segment for what you think. Did you continue and like it, or did you drop it, or did you continue and not like it? Basically, I mean, we'll just be reviewing current anime, right?
Right. So another really cool thing as to, when we do drawings and when we pick, I have 2 animes like he mentioned before. So the 2 animes that I have are currently in the summer 2020 simulcast are Peter Grill and Monster Girl Doctor. Kenny has Woodpecker Detective and Demon King Academy, and Jazz followed up with My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu as well as Rent a Girlfriend. So we did have some stipulations in terms of the simulcast rules. If 2 of us have seen it, go ahead, Kenny.
So basically, I have like a little document here that we kind of wrote down some things. So the rules,
the bill of weeb.
Yeah, the run of weeb, if you will, of the weeb show variety. But basically, the rules are if 2 members of us basically haven't watched the show, and that's eligible. For example, a show like Haikyuu, me and Ashton haven't watched it, but Jazz has.
I love it.
Right.
So but like
that show's still eligible.
Yeah. So if either 3 of us wanted that to be in the pool, we can do it. And the stipulation for a rewatch show, like for a show that he's already watched, Jazz, for example, he will have to rewatch those first 2 episodes and just discuss those 2 with us in the future, whenever we decide. to watch.
We are probably going to watch most of these episodes and animes from the animes that we do pick from the random drawing by ourselves. That way, we're kind of not influenced with each other. We all have different tastes. A lot of people, or I would say, I have an easier barrier of entry. I just love anime in general, so it's not really hard for me to forgive, I would say, an anime of its sins, right? But I would definitely say that Kenny is a little bit more strict into like what he consumes in terms of content. Jazz is kind of like that nice middle ground. So for me, it's like, does it have a bad plot or does it have that one cool character? I'm like, nah, screw it, I'll keep watching it. For me, it doesn't matter.
Something to hang on to, huh?
Right. Um, However, like I said, Kenny has a really, I would say, like a fine taste. He's like that wine connoisseur. He really does like the fine anime. If it doesn't capture him within, the first few episodes, homie's out. So it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna make me kind of think a little bit more critically, and if anything, it lets Kenny kind of, or Kenny and Jazz to, shine in the perspectives of that. Hey, we are already somewhat critical of anime. Let's kind of like express that.
Ready to bash everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna be, oh god, what is the Paula Abdul of American Idol? She's like, yes, you're in. I'm watching it. Kenny's like the Simon Cowell.
Look, dog.
Like,
Get out of here. Get out of here.
I'm like yes, honey, you're in. You're going to Hollywood.
To even though I'm not the Randy Jackson of this, that's a no from me, dog.
It's a no from me, dog.
It's
right.
A no from me.
Way to super date how old we are with the super old American Idol references. But yeah. And if an anime pick that we have from 1 week doesn't make it in, it's still eligible in the drawing for next week. So
yeah.
Right.
Let me go ahead and talk about that a little bit. So of those 6 that we pick, that it'll just be those 6 going forward. So the 2 that get picked today, which we'll do later on the drawing, those 2 will be taken out of the pool, and we'll just have 4 left for next week's drawing, and then we'll just finish off with the 2 that are remaining afterwards. When we go into the fall season, if there's a fall season.
Whoa.
Right. If there's a fall season, we'll make another pool. Obviously, it should be more than 6 going forward, because it'll be initially 6 and then
we'll keep adding. We'll keep adding to where it's always 6.
Yeah. So we're trying to stay with new anime.
Right. Yeah, simulcast.
Or like the simulcast. But at some point we will do like, a nostalgia trip, or even just like a throwback type of thing. Yeah.
Some classics.
They're surprisingly as big of weebs as we like to call ourselves. There's a lot of really classic animes that a lot of, I would say, diehard weebs would just be like, yo, you haven't seen, insert random anime here. Oh my god, how do you call yourself an anime fan if you haven't watched it? Like, insert, random childhood anime that they grew up with.
The gatekeepers
right.
of weebdom.
So, it's gonna be a good time. We'll get to that point where we go, we'll go for the throwbacks. For right now, it's we want to do the simulcast just because I just want to see if anime has gotten somewhat better in terms of, hooking in audiences and not just kind of preying in the sense that, like, you guys are just going to consume whatever anime we put out there. So let's just, throw it in. Yeah. So I think we can go right on to the drawing. I have randomly numbered all 6 of us, all 6 of our picks into 1 through 6, and I'm going to roll a dice. And the first 2 that we get are going to be the animes that we are destined to watch. All right. So roll die. Well, this is going to be fun. You get the little ASMR keyboard action going on. All right. So let's see here. Number 1 is Peter Grill. Number 3 is Monster Girl Doctor. Kenny has both 5 and 6, 5 being Woodpecker Detective, 6 being Demon King Academy. Jazz has 4 with My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu, and 2 as Rent a Girlfriend. So I'm going to go ahead and roll 2 times.
Real quick, Ashton. I think you should record your screen for this.
I should.
I think it
Or
should
if
just
you
pop
have
up.
a die with you, you could just throw it.
I think he was gonna do it like on the desktop, right?
Yeah, I'm doing it on desktop right now.
Yeah, so you can just share your full screen or your browser screen.
Oh, okay, yeah, and then you can just record.
pop
You
up.
can
Yeah,
record
it
it
should just
from.
pop up on Discord.
Got it. So let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. Then we're going to go ahead and edit most of this out in post. But let me go ahead and do that.
Man, we're just gonna post this all live, baby.
All right, there it
no
is.
editing, just as is.
No, as is.
As
All right.
is, baby. No
All right.
break. All
Here
gas.
it is. All right, once again, let's do it. Roll. It is 5. So we are watching a woodpecker. Yeah, I'm sharing it right now.
Okay, hold on. All right, hold on. Here we go.
So I rolled 5, and as stated, Woodpecker Detective is going to be our first anime for the 2-tap trigger.
Let's go.
Let's see.
I have no idea what it is.
We don't either. Kenny literally picked like 3-year-old toddler, like with the picture book. I like that. Points, and like that's going to be the one that I watch.
That one.
All right. So the second one is 6. Both of Kenny's got picked.
Let's go, baby.
So we are watching Woodpecker Detective and Demon King Academy.
Let's go.
As per the Google roll a die function and how we numbered the random generated picks. So congratulations, Kenny. You have somehow managed to sweep the competition with both of your animes.
I have hitters in Google. That's all I can say. I got the hitters in Google.
That's okay, Jazz. We just know that, you know, Peter Girl, Monster Girl Doctor, My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu, and Rent a Girlfriend are available for next week. So if you're interested in seeing our opinions on potentially one of those topics, you definitely have to stick around for that.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
But yeah, that's basically it. So in the next episode, we'll get together after watching it.
It will be this same episode, actually.
We're just gonna together?
Right. So as of right now, we're gonna end this recording session. We're going to potentially have some time pass between all of us, have some new clothes, new backgrounds, and we'll have watched the episodes, and we will give you our individual thoughts on the first 2. So, all right. Any last words? Any final comments that you want to say? Any excitements or anything like that?
So we're watching the first 2 episodes, right? We're just starting with one anime for now, right? We're not watching 4 episodes right now.
Right. So we're watching 2 shows, 2 episodes each. So 2 episodes of Woodpecker
we're
Detective.
Watching 4 episodes right now.
Yeah, 4 episodes total. Yeah. So Woodpecker Detective, 2 episodes of that, and then 2 episodes of Demon King Academy. I'm very excited, mainly for Woodpecker Detective, just because first off, what a name! Like
it sounds super dope. Like,
should we, real quick?
Yeah.
Should we just watch 2 episodes of one anime, come back and do a session then, and then watch 2 episodes of the other anime, come back and do that session?
I honestly think we can just complete both. 2 birds, 1 stone.
See, right now it's Wednesday, right? We'll probably do the second segment or this segment, like, I don't know, like Saturday or something.
Oh, okay.
Wait, did somebody stop the Craig recording? He just DM'd me.
It says that he's still recording. Yeah.
Okay.
He's still recording.
I was thinking that we should just get together, you know, a couple days from now, or, you know, maybe this weekend, just to be like, yeah, give us time, because it is like for each show, it's like an hour out of our day, right? Like,
I think Saturday is a good deadline. Like for Saturday being the new recording session, and then we'll have both episodes watched, or all 4 episodes watched by then. That way we can kind of go into it. But I kind of want to pull back into, you know, like the previous conversation that I was having. So what are your thoughts on Woodpecker? Like, I kind of want to go around. I started, you know, saying that I had only seen, or the name had just immediately hooked me in. Like, what kind of name is that?
Right.
Go ahead, Jazz. Is there anything that you wanted to add to that as well?
Dude, we have no thoughts on it. I know absolutely nothing about it.
Yeah.
I only know about a name because you guys brought it up. Woodpecker something. So.
Yeah, so let me go into why I picked it. Right. So so the list that we pulled from is the current Crunchyroll simulcast. Right.
Right.
So on that list, things have to pop out to me. Like if it doesn't pop out to me, I'm not interested at all. If it looks like generic anime XYZ, I'm not interested. I do not care. I don't care. Unless there's very select few people that can influence my decision to watch a certain anime that looks generic. But so Woodpecker Detective, one, that's a funny name. Like that's a cool name.
I still can't get over that.
Who has that name? Who? Name them. Name three of them. Exactly.
Yeah, Woodpecker Detective. Woodpecker
and it has
Detective.
like just a thumbnail because I didn't watch any previews. I didn't do any YouTube stuff. I just got one thumbnail on Crunchyroll. I like the art style. It looks cool. It looks interesting. I'm in. The Demon King one looks like a generic anime XYZ. But
I want to go into Demon King a little bit later, but we're still talking about Woodpecker. So
no. That was just my decision on Woodpecker. But let's talk about the Demon King decision. So when this let me go ahead and finish. When we were choosing these our choices or whatever for the pool, Demon King was actually like a third place choice for me. Rent a Girlfriend was a choice that I had as well, but Jazz really wanted it, and I was like, "All right, Jazz, you take it," because me and Ashton had Demon King as like a third choice. So we were like, "All right, I don't have another choice that interests me at all, so I'll put this one, and we'll just go from there. We'll just see what happens.
We'll see what happens, and you somehow managed to snipe both opportunities.
It's what I do.
It really do be like that. So I'm kind of curious as to if we should. I'm going to post a picture of the image right here of Woodpecker Detective's office because like that was what hooked Kenny.
Yeah.
Like Kenny mentioned it. I saw it. I was like, whoa! And it was at the bottom of the simulcast list, right? Like they kind of wanted to tuck it away, like but it's still. I was like, once Kenny said Woodpecker's Detective, I was like, wait, what? And I look at the bottom, sure enough, it's there. I was like, well, that looks kind of cool. Kind of disappointed that I didn't pick it myself, but I kind of went for the degenerate route with like the Monster Girl Doctor. But should we read the description of the anime that got picked?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay, yeah,
because it gives us something to talk about.
Yeah. So it's the end of the Meiji era. A genius poet. Oh my goodness, this is a name. Ishikawa, who's struggling financially, starts a detective business out of his lodging in response to a certain murder case. He calls in the Woodpecker Detective Office, the ghost of the 12-story tower of Asakusa, the man-eating figure who wanders the streets on snowy nights. Oh my goodness. Takabuko involves himself in one bizarre case after another with his hometown acquaintance Kyosuke as his assistant. So we might have... Okay, this is kind of cool.
So it's like paranormal and whatnot.
There's a potential paranormal aspect to this. Some dude's struggling financially and he wants to be a detective. That's already really cool. And not only that, but we know that he has an assistant, so we might have some really cool like
interaction.
Sherlock Holmes and Watson kind of
maybe
something like that. Jazz, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, honestly. I think that whole idea of this podcast is kind of cool. Make me watch things that I wouldn't normally watch. I don't think that's a problem, you know. It puts me out of my element, and I might like it, you know. And so I'm excited to get started.
And the whole point is that like even if you don't like it, you will tell us why.
Yeah, you can express that you didn't like it.
It'll be done with.
It'll be really good content. It'll be really really good content. I think it. You know, I agree with you in the sense that like it kind of puts you out of your anime comfort zone, right? I'm really into the brain dead shonen. I mean, I'm not saying that shonens can't be good, right? But at the same time, I mean, it doesn't take a lot of I don't know. You don't have to think really hard with the power of friendship, right? Like that's genuinely the plot for a lot of animes, right? It's just, you know, main character powers up, gets new superpower, punches other dudes, and I'm like, hell yeah, that's my stuff. But I do agree with you. I like how it's kind of putting me out of my comfort zone. Yeah, I do like slice of life animes. It's kind of like my weird like subgenre that I go into.
Whoa.
There's something weird about it.
Yeah, slice of life is a slice of life, man.
Yeah.
But go on.
Yeah, but I do agree with Jazz. Like, there's no way I would have watched anything like this, or yeah, and not to mention there are some hidden gems. Sometimes I want to run into that. My expectation is I want to run into a hidden gem, right?
Yeah.
I want to look at an anime just based off of its slight little bio and its like, you know, cover art, and just be like, that looks like garbage, and then just completely be like, whoa, this is amazing. Oh my god, I never would have picked something like this. That's what I really hope for. That's honestly what I want to get out of this. What are some things that you want to get out of this, Kenny?
Basically that. I mean, because I've recently started watching anime again, right? I haven't watched anime. I watched like anime here and there, very sporadically, like maybe one every few months. And then the ones that I did end up watching in that time frame was like things that I've already watched. You know, your Full Metal Alchemist, your Durararas, your whatever. You know, I've watched just stuff that I've watched before that I enjoyed, and just rewatched that. So lately, I've been trying to watch new anime that I just know nothing about. Like maybe I've seen it in passing, like on Twitter or on Instagram or whatever, and it's like, oh, that looks interesting, but I never watch it. Never go out of my way to do it. So this is probably that'll get me into at least the current anime, right? And
yeah, since we're not up to date.
Yeah. Oh no,
we're like the anime boomers, all right? Like, the anime boomers trying to like attach it to the
I got you.
Yeah. Like just like the anime that I've watched recently that I've never watched before. Like I've looked into like their release dates and such. It's like from like fucking 5 or more years ago, and I'm like, dude, this was a good anime. How did I miss it? And I was like, well, duh.
Just go under my radar.
I was like, duh, I wasn't watching anime like that back then. So I'm trying to get back into it. I'm trying to get back into it. So that's the purpose of me being a part of this, and also to hang out with you guys.
Of course.
Yeah, it's really for the dudes, honestly.
Yeah.
I also kind of want to point out a little introduction for kind of all of us, like so, because a lot of people, I mean, granted, we're going to start slow, and not a lot of people are going to know who we are, or a lot of people we do know are going to be people who we know. So an introduction wouldn't necessarily be needed, but I kind of still want to have that out there for people who potentially do not know who we are, what our personality types kind of are like. So I kind of want to go into like a weird like a AA meeting, like introduction, like, hey, my name is, you know, like what types of animes you're into, what would be like your top one, what are some things that you don't like to see in animes, and
So
I don't know.
Gonna have
we really should have like wrote down a checklist for this interview that we're doing.
I mean, I kind of like it off the cusp.
No, just do it like a class introduction, like, you know, this is my name, these are the kind of anime I like. And we kind of already did
something crazy.
Yeah, just something extra, and then bang, it's over.
All right, I kind of want to start with Jazz. I want to see.
Hello, class.
Hi, Jazz.
Hi, Jazz. Oh my.
My name's Jazz.
I love you, Jazz.
What were the things we needed to cover? What kind of anime I like?
Yeah,
I love slice of life, comedy type stuff. You know, if it can make me laugh, I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
Also, if it can make me cry, I'm having a good time.
If it makes me cry, I'm doing good.
If I'm crying, bro, I'm terrible, living. Right?
But hey, some of my favorite animes are the ones that really hurt at the end.
Yeah, the ones that moved you.
Okay,
that's fair.
I like that. I
can agree with that. I agree with that.
Okay. All right. So, Kenny, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go. Let you go next.
Go ahead. You got it.
Oh, I don't know what else to say. I play guitar.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
I skate. I bike.
So you go outside, is what you're saying?
Yeah, that's so. He's kind of the weird pseudo weeb. Yeah, the weeb that actually goes outside.
Anyways, for me,
that's the way to gain fans, right? Just alienate all of them.
Yeah. So that's kind of my job. All right. For me, all right. I'm Kenny. I
Hi,
probably
Kenny.
have the most abrasive personality on here. I'm probably going to be the easily most disliked person here. Very
He's
easily.
gonna bash on all of your favorites.
Yeah.
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 I learned a
Sword
lot.
art, fuck it, sucks, trash in the dumpster.
I don't think that's a hot take in 2020, but
Maybe not, maybe
maybe
not. But
I
there's,
think it's. We
I
mentioned
think
it
it has a ton
beforehand.
of fans still.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah. I mean, like most animes, there's a reason why it's still like on its fifth spin-off series. It's because it has a fan base.
yeah.
But go ahead,
You,
keep
you
going.
do you want do you want to know how? Here, I'll get them mad. Boku no Hero, dumpster, trash can, put it in a fire. I do not like it. Get it away from me. I don't like it. All right.
I do not
Uh,
endorse and/or condone any of the
So
ratings that
we're
Kenny
having
is
a
about
lot
to.
to
Yeah, we're having a lot of disagreements already to
yeah,
begin with.
Yeah.
discussions in the future about these. But go ahead.
the thing. I'll say this. I kind of like I don't like the typical shonen shows anymore. I'm not in high school. I'm not in middle school anymore. I'm not that
It's got to
kid.
be
I
more
know.
than people
I
punching each other.
Yeah, there's gotta be more weight behind those punches, man. If somebody's gonna get punched, like there's gotta be some like legit good reasons for it, other than I'm the hero of the story and you're the bad guy. I need more than that. Okay. Um but I mean,
Yeah.
but like, there's like good shonens that I have watched that are like really cool. And there's also, but like as long as it's got a good story, it's got to have some sort of good romantic subplot, or it could be the main plot. Who cares? Slice of life is usually good because it's more realistic. It's easily more enjoyable for me. Good comedy will go a long way with me, but
Yeah.
like honestly, the show can be trash, can be absolute trash. But if it's got good comedy, I'll always give it a decent rating. I'll always be like, you know what? Comedic timing, always impeccable.
You'll always vote on comedic
Yeah,
I
timing.
feel
Like,
that. I feel that.
it'll carry a
yeah.
show.
Yeah, like I could hate the characters, I can hate all of it. But if it's got good comedy, I will always make sure to point that out. I will always make sure to point that out.
I think it's hard to have a mixture of both. Like I think it can only go so far. But yeah, I see what you're saying. But like in a perfect scenario, yeah, you could literally have an anime where the characters and everything are just bad, but as long as the comedy's good, you're saying that the way that comedy carries is just huge.
Yeah. So for me, it's a lot of different things. Obviously, not every show is going to be a comedy. Not every show is going to be like cool, fun, slice of life type of thing. I try to avoid harem type shows because
they're kind of copy paste.
Yeah, they're
really
they're very copy paste. They're very like waifu bait type of stuff. Like I don't
now as a man who enjoys both waifu bait and as well as a good harem, it can be done. It can be done.
It can be.
Yeah,
So,
it can be done.
For example, the one that you know of that I like a lot is Nisekoi, right?
Oh my god, I love that. I love that anime so much. Well, the manga. I mean, I read that, but I didn't watch it because it. RIP the season, but continue.
Yeah, so the anime doesn't have like a true ending, but it has like a lot of things that I like. A lot of good comedy, great romance, great characters. The story is kind of fudgy, but like it's a harem. What can I expect, right?
Yeah.
But like where everywhere else it can excel at, it really does excel at it. Like, so I really appreciate that. It's really funny. The main character suffers from typical harem main character syndrome, but the plot is funny enough. So like that's I've gone on too long.
Yeah.
Just fucking move on.
I do have to point out though, as we have gotten older, both you and Jazz have really kind of pointed me in a direction of like main characters actually being of substance, right? For example, there's that like so I'm just gonna go immediately into like what I don't like in anime, because there's a lot I like in anime. I think it'd be a little bit easier for me to talk about what I don't like in anime. And for me recently, You kind of mentioned it with Neon Genesis, as well as like oh my goodness, most typical, I would say, romance and or harem animes. Oh, Your Lie in April. The main character just has no guts. Like
Trash.
the spine, like
Get it out.
right,
Get it out.
right. So you've kind of mainly turned me into a person like, because it's fine to be hesitant, but like to just be complacent and do nothing. That's different. Jazz was mentioning one earlier. I don't remember. You might be able to help me with it.
About?
Oh man, I can't. It was an anime really that just kind of suffered from that. We talked about it recently. I don't remember. Hopefully you do. If you can think of it, just interject.
I will
me.
if I remember, but you know my memory.
It's absolutely.
Yeah, Jazz has the memory of a fucking toothbrush, man.
So if you actually look very closely on most Sword Art Online dumpster merch, you can actually see it's just a picture of Jazz's brain and memory. It's it's garbage. It's literal. There's nothing there.
Poor
but
Jazz.
but for me, I like. I mean, I just really like. I like a lot of things. I mean, the typical shonen. I will watch the My Hero. I will watch the JoJo's. I will defend JoJo's. A lot of people think that JoJo's are brain dead fans, but I actually do believe that there's some substance to be had there. But that's a discussion for a different day. I do love, just anything in general that kind of encapsulates tournaments. I don't know what it is. I'm a very competitive person by nature in terms of like video games or athleticism or anything like that. I mean, it doesn't mean I'm an athlete or anything. God, no, I'm not. But
I agree.
I do like competition, and I feel like that's something that shonen and recent anime have done really well. Is like they just incorporate tournaments just into anything. They'll just somehow find a way to put tournaments into anything they can think of, right?
Yeah.
And I just eat that shit up. I will tournament arc My Hero best season, or tournament arc for Fairy Tail amazing. Like just if you put the word tournament in front of it, I'll be there. I'll be the first person in line. I'm like, I want to watch people that should enjoy and like each other fight it out and really go all out. And
Oaken tournament.
that's it. I like good rivals too. I like good rivals too. I feel like it's a lot of people. I hate Black Clover. If you bring Black Clover anywhere near me, I will. I don't. I'm probably going to alienate a lot of fans by that, but I will give a quick reasoning for it. It's just because I think it was the big three had kind of like collapsed at that point, and they just wanted something to replace it, and they just did a formulaic like a protagonist that yells a lot, who trains, gets an OP ability, has a rival who is a rival that you're supposed to hate. Why? We don't know. Like it was very cookie cutter. Like this is how you make a shonen. Like it's a Mad Lib, right? Like they just kind of piece together. Like he obtains the secret power of home, and his sidekick bird. Like it was for me. It felt like that. So if I feel like you're kind of taking advantage of like a brain dead shonen or an anime fan, if I catch on to that, then that'll be like something that I don't like. Yeah, I will. I have a low barrier of entry, right? But I don't want something that's like completely brain dead. Like I'm caveman, unga boonga, like just. I like colors and fighting. Like that's not.
Ooh, fire! Ooh.
Honestly, I think the drawing and everything that we've done that can really go for the next episode. Now that I'm kind of thinking about it, I really like the format that we're kind of doing with right now, with the whole introduction, kind of talking about general animes that we like and stuff. I don't really know how long we've been going for right now.
About 30 minutes.
About 30 minutes. Okay. Well,
some of this is gonna get cut down anyways. So.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think we can definitely go into
the watch phase.
Yeah, I think we can go to the watch phase. We'll cut this out. But are we going to add the watch phase to the end of this current podcast episode, or do you just want to do like an introduction, like kind of first starting episode?
I assume this is just like an introduction type of thing with the drawing also.
With the drawing. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the whole episode?
I mean, no. We're going to keep going. I mean, I kind of want to flesh it out to at least like just short of an hour, right?
Well, the thing is, I thought we were actually going to do a review on the first episode. I know we were joking about like the first episode of an anime has nothing to do with the anime, but I didn't mean for that to be our podcast.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so what we're gonna do right now is we'll cut it for then. We got our introductions. We kind of got a little bit of our piece in. We know what animes we're gonna be watching. We've kind of already. Oh, we did not talk about how we felt about Demon King Academy. We did not. We didn't read the bio, and we didn't have our thoughts on that. So I kind of want to do that as well before we cut out.
Yeah, we just
And then
yeah.
we just
But,
completely.
Look, I really don't think we should splice in another like the watch segment yet. I think this should just be the intro, just like introduction, and then the next one will be episode 1. We've watched some shit.
So this will be episode 0.
Yeah, this is like episode 0. Yeah,
Episode 0. Okay,
All right,
I like that.
can roll with that.
prologue. The
And that
prologue.
The first.
I was gonna say let's give it at least some content to make this episode worth watching. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I still think it's worth watching. We gave the synopsis, right? We did the drawing of what episodes. We kind of did an introduction of who we are, what kind of our taste lies with, what we don't like, and what we do like. And the only thing we haven't done is we haven't talked about the second show that we were going to watch, which is Demon King Academy, which we needed to give it the same treatment. We need to be fair. We need to be fair here, okay? We need to give every anime a chance to shine, okay? Whether or not. Okay, the Misfit Demon King, or the Misfit of Demon King Academy. All right, so let's see here. Anos, what is that name? God, I'm getting okay.
You gotta freshen up on your Japanese, dude.
I thought you were
No, it's Anos Voldegord, was a tyrannical demon king, eradicated humans, spirits, and even the gods, but became bored of the eternal warfare and reincarnated with dreams of peaceful world. However, what awaited him in the reincarnation after 2,000 years were descendants who became too weak after being accustomed to peace and all sorts of magic that deteriorated to the extreme. Anos entered Demon King Academy that gathers and educates those who are viewed as a reincarnation of the Demon King, but the Academy could not see through his true powers and ends up branding himself a misfit. All right.
Cool.
So,
interesting.
I'm gonna go ahead and stream the poster art because I don't think Jazz has seen it. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to go, let's see here. Let's share my screen. And there we go. So this is kind of what we're dealing with here. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in just a little bit. Yeah, it's got the typical anime plot, waifus, you know, I think.
There's a lot of girls in this picture.
Yeah, it's starting to look.
It's definitely looking a little harem-y, but like that might be his little sister, and one of those might be a dude.
Don't say that. All right. So
come on, man, it's the anime. What
we're gonna go with first thoughts based off of the poster alone. So go ahead, Jazz. I'm gonna start with you, like always. I like to pick on you now.
I don't mind being picked on. I gotta talk. So, like we pointed out, there's a lot of females over here. The one to the right of him might be a male. I'm not entirely sure about that one. He's got no chest. He or she has no chest.
Wow.
All right. So that's the angle we're going for already.
All right, go on, Jazz.
So what I can grasp from this is there are at least 2 male characters, still outnumbered by the female characters. From the synopsis, this is a world of underpowered people because they've been living in peace. I'm assuming this main character is the misfit because his potential wasn't seen, and he has some sort of overpowered ability, and it just falls into another harem. Unfortunately, that's what I'm getting out of it. I have nothing good to say, but go ahead. You guys can do your part.
Go ahead, Kenny. All
that's fine, dude. You don't have to say anything good. If all of it is negative, that's fine. That's what honestly, we want here. This is what we want honest true opinions. First impression. Yeah, we want honest opinions. For me, it does look super harem-y. It does have a harem-y bait to it.
Yeah.
I also agree that as a misfit, he probably has like some stupid OP ability that he's gonna be super casual about, like, aha, I took all your powers away, and I'm a martial artist. Aha, karate chop.
And I took all your girlfriends.
I'm gonna let you keep going, and then I'll
maybe. Yeah, yeah. So it does have your typical harem trap. It does have. It looks like it has like like your typical kind of characters you'll see in a harem. One's the main crush love interest. Maybe there's one that is not the main love interest that has a lot of interest in the main character. There's just a random shy girl, whatever. Then it's whatever. There's it just it's
You're
it
essentially
looks
gonna go.
it looks very cookie cutter.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm gonna go in with a more of a positive twist, right? Because I mean, granted, I agree with you on most of the things that we just kind of already said right now. It does look very generic, but this could be someone's first anime, right? Like I'm
Right.
going to it at the mindset of like, I don't think it's going to be bad. I don't think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be very generic. I think it's going to hold its own weight in the sense that like it's a very like I don't know, stereotypical kind of like male anime protagonist, like slight harem. I think it's Kodokawa knows what they're doing, right? I see it at the bottom. I see that little Kodokawa corporation. My only fear is or it's gonna be mainly used to sell waifus and figures, be the seasonal waifu, right? Try to get that 0-2 and just trying to Kobe that and see if they can get that to stick, right? But I also think that something that scares me, I don't know if any of you guys caught it, right? I think this might fit in the same universe of the Demon King. I can't even think of the name of it, but it's the Demon King that are like Dynamo or something like that.
Oh yeah, that really old one we watched.
Yeah. The one that we all watched like on Netflix, and I would say I kind of got grandfathered into it. You guys had spent an afternoon in the garage, just kind of like watching anime like we usually do, and then that like like you had finished like some anime autoplay. Yeah. Finished some anime, and then like Demon King kind of came on, and you're like, oh, okay, whatever, and you just kind of kept watching it, and then it just completely subverted and just went to straight like borderline, distasteful, like sea cucumber, like we don't need to go further than that, right? Like you know what those types of animes are. So that's
literal doo-doo water.
My hope is that it's a very generic like cool anime, like magical powers, doesn't set up too crazy of a world building, just kind of right. That's what I hope. However, my fear is that it is going to be just like pure booby anime, and then it turns into like I don't know if it's the same universe as that Demon King.
Right.
However, if it is, we already know what it's going to be like, and that's what I'm afraid of. But we don't know. We're gonna watch those first 2 episodes, and we're gonna see. We're gonna uncover it, see if it's worth it.
This one so hard.
I'm hoping that I don't have to. I'm a little bit more optimistic, to be completely honest.
Look, I just want a lot of people here to know that if you ever watch this, if you ever listen to this, I was watching High School DxD, and some titties popped out, and I fucking dipped. I was like, no. I'm not here for this shit. I'm not here to see titties. I want titties. I go to Pornhub, bro. I'm not gonna see titties.
I go to Pornhub.
I go to Pornhub. My bad. Slip of the tongue. I go to Pornhub. All right. I don't go to fucking anime websites. Why am I gonna watch this if it's just gonna show me titties everywhere? I don't want titties. I'll get on Tinder if I want titties.
You get to buy the 1/4 scale figure of Reyes Grimmery and have her, on your desk or inside your PC, and there you go. That's I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, thanks, you.
I got a room in there. I can put a fucking 8-inch tall statue in there.
It's to sell the wall scroll of the waifus, put a figure, and there's no shame in that. There isn't. I mean, they gotta make money.
You're into that.
You're into that. That's
cool.
You're
into that. You're into that. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna judge you for it. It's just not personally.
That's just not for you.
Yeah, that's not me. That's all you guys. You guys got it. You fucking degenerates.
That's me.
But I mean, we're all degenerates here.
He's absolutely right. All right. So I think that kind of wraps up like what we kind of know about the Misfit of Demon King Academy. I think we're good here in terms of like I think the best that we're probably going to get is like a very average or maybe like a B minus C rank anime. But I hope to be proven
Right.
wrong.
Right.
So yeah, I think what else are we
I would say if you do watch it, try to take some notes on it, like on your phone or some shit, and just like
yeah, I think I want
just
to
for, like,
go.
just some quick bullet points, just like
I
I
think
like
the four main categories, and you don't have to follow this. I mean, this is just for me. I want to go
yeah.
with like animation. Animation's a huge thing for me, right?
Mhm.
I don't want anything like Berserk anime 2000. I think it was like
Oh,
2000.
the new one.
Yeah, you've seen you know what I'm talking about. The stills were like, he's walking like this, like the CG, right?
Man's look like a PS2
He looks
game.
like a PS2 graphic, right? Like, so animation's a
Like
huge thing for me.
nuts.
I think with technology now and with how many teams of people that are working on this, like animation's like a huge thing. So but like, and not to mention it's anime, right? Like, I'm the first thing I'm going to look for is animation. Second thing I'm going to look for is a story. Like, does it have a universal world that can kind of pull me in? Third, I'm going to go for characters. Do any of them stand out? And then I don't know. Finally, there's got to maybe music. I don't know. Music doesn't necessarily have to carry an anime, but I mean, you say run plays, and I want to go work out. So like, shout out to my hero fans. What are some key points that you're going to be looking for?
Guys, you can go.
Oh yeah, okay. For me, I'd say the biggest thing is, just the reasoning, the logic, if that makes sense. I know, I know we've had discussions at length with things that don't make sense, things that don't line up in different universes, and I can accept, if something's a certain way in a universe, say if like they use magic. Obviously, we don't use magic here, but the way that they explain what happens, it has to fall in line with that, right? It has to make sense.
Yeah.
I can't have them going from magic to, I don't know, I can't think of a good example right now, but you know what I mean when something unexplainable.
I want to pull it. I know what you're going for, and I kind of want to pull like one of like my favorite anime, Brotherhood, right? I want to pull Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood into, because like at the very beginning, in that intro from episode 1 all like to the very end of the series, like when they stop having it or to the end of the series, right? Alchemy is set. Like there's set rules for it. They give it to you. They hammer it into your head, and it's the same from episode 1 as it is at the very end. Like
Yeah,
they don't
basically, you
break
need
those
that.
universe's rules. Like they don't break the universe's rules when it comes to that, right? Now, some new things will pop up, right? But they'll explain it and make sure that it makes sense in the continuity of that universe, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean that they can't introduce new ideas. It, like he's mentioning before, it made sense in that universe, right?
Mhm.
So I think I know exactly what you're saying, because you're definitely the type of person when we go watch movies, you're like, that doesn't make sense. Everyone will be laughing, everyone will be having a good time, and you're just like, why is she there? How did she get there? Or like, you're
There's
definitely
no
the
reason
plot
for this
hole.
whole scene.
Yeah.
This shouldn't have even have
Yeah.
happened.
Why didn't they interview the maid? Like, like
Right.
like, spoilers for Knives
Definitely.
Out, right? Like it's stuff like that. Um, I think my favorite pastime, right, is to watch a movie that I really enjoyed and then force Jazz to watch it. That way
And
he
ruin it
can
for you.
pull in and just pull in some plot hole that I clearly didn't think of that was really obvious, right?
Did
And
Jazz
have
watch
him.
Knives Out? Has Jazz
He
watched it?
did. He
Yeah,
did watch Knives Out, and
Any plot holes?
there were a
uh,
handful. Like it wasn't
I
a
mean,
lot, right? It was pretty well put together, but there were some things.
Yeah, some things that were and I felt there were some things that were a bit of a stretch, but let's go on. Let's stay on topic here.
all right, we're anime, not
All right,
real,
so
real movies. Please, come on.
so what were we discussing? Because you guys said something and I didn't say anything yet.
We were discussing what are
what
some
we're looking
major what
for.
are you looking for in the first two
Yeah,
episodes to really
yeah.
kind of like set up your scale for like criteria.
For me, I'm not gonna be like super hardcore about the criteria or anything. I just want it to be good. Is it good? That's the only criteria. Is it good? Does it have my interest? Does it make me put my phone down? Or does it make me keep me off of my phone while I'm watching it? Like if I pull
It's a
up
good
my
standard.
phone, if I pull my phone out and I'm just scrolling through like Twitter or something, I know I'm not interested in the show. I'm like, oh, it's just background noise. Let me find something better. So
Okay.
it's got to be good. It's got to keep my interest. It's got to.
He's gonna come back and not have anything to say about the show.
I have a really
No,
really
like,
bad.
I'll watch the first 2 episodes. You know, no distractions, no nothing. Right?
Yeah.
I'll go, but
The urge to want to check your phone still not going to leave you.
yeah, like if I reach for my phone, I'll be like, oh, okay, well, I'm uninterested.
I'm checked out. I'm
checked
checked
out. Like I'm not in it.
You're going to keep that
My
in
heart's
mind.
not in it. I'm slogging through it. It's just the work at this point. Right.
Yeah, I like that. I like that criteria because I think I think that's something that I really like about anime in general, especially like, I mean, I'm going to say this right now. I prefer sub over dub. I mean, not to say that dub actors can't be good or anything like that. I don't know. I just prefer it the way it was. I mean, that's its own debate. However,
I'll
I'm just going to
agree
go
on
in.
that real quick. But the reason I don't like dub is because a lot of actors tend to like overlap in shows, and sometimes their voices sound the same in like shows, and
it kind of pulls you out of it. It kind of pulls you out of it.
Yeah, it throws me off so
like,
much.
You hear Ichigo Kurosaki in like 6 animes, right? And all you ever hear from that character is Ichigo Kurosaki. You're only gonna
bro.
hear that.
I hear fucking the Mighty Morphin dude.
Nice.
Because that's the same guy.
I mean,
so I remember when someone showed me that like a video of like him going, it's morphin time, but it's fucking Ichigo going like Super Saiyan or some shit. I don't remember.
Ichigo going Super Saiyan. That's episode 1. Immediately gets his weeb card revoked. Just.
I don't even want it. You can fucking have it. Where's my wallet? Take it.
So, but yeah, I see what you're saying. It kind of pulls you out. Not to mention, I do like the fact that when I watch sub, it kind of forces me to watch it, right? Like I have to pay attention. I have to pay attention to dialogue, right? Because I mean, I don't understand Japanese, right? Now,
what kind of
I can't just like, right. I haven't reached level 2 on Rosetta Stone yet. Okay, I'm gonna get there, but
my Duolingo kind of trash.
My Duolingo kind of trash right now, right? I haven't reached silver on the stat boards in a while, but I do like the fact that when I watch subtitled anime, it's mainly kind of keeps me focused onto watching it, right? Like with most TV shows and most things, right? It's really easy to kind of put it on in the background while you're doing something else and not actually focusing on the show itself and really kind of appreciating it. And I feel like when I watch anime, it's more of like okay, I'm gonna watch anime. I'm gonna sit down and like really kind of hone in and watch this. And if an anime is bad enough, especially with subs, like where I'm actually having to focus to understand them, and I want to check my phone, you've really done something wrong.
We lost him.
Oh no! Look at that PogChamp. look at that beautiful little Pog.
You're frozen there, buddy.
Oh, look at that little Poggers. It's catching up. There it is.
There it is.
It's stuck in a time Poggers.
Yeah, man. You're back.
That's content, dude.
I think. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Content. First episode. Made a Pogger's face. The video froze, and it was just me with my mouth open. Gotta love it. That's immediately gonna get photoshopped.
No, it's not. You're not that cute.
Got him.
Yeah, I do like where this is going, though.
We have anime homework.
I just want to. Yeah, we do have anime homework. It's kind of it's fun though. I think. Yeah, there's very few instances where you turn something that is enjoying, like, try to express the enjoyment of something that you have to others. I think that's mainly what I want to do with this, right? It's just a way to capsulate and show that I enjoy something like this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just doing it to hang out with the boys and to maybe watch finally anime. Yeah,
I feel like that's something that I really for a while there was a few of us in our group that really kind of stuck with anime. There's a few of us that kind of pulled away from it. I mean, it was mainly like a high school kind of thing to enjoy. However, I think in a way, when I would mention like a new anime that I watched, right, to Jazz, and Jazz would be like on board, like, yeah, dude, this sounds really cool or whatever, right? And then I just hear you in the other room like, huh, nerd, right?
Heckin' weebs.
Right. I felt it. It kind of turned it into this weird challenge. Like, I'm gonna find something this dude's gonna like. I'm like, I swear to God.
Oh man, it exists out there.
Yeah,
it's
I
out
know
there.
you just kind of like had fallen off the wagon. Like, yeah, I don't feel like anime, right?
No, I
Right.
go on dates. All right, I see women outside.
Oh, that's
We-
what I've been
we-
doing
we-
wrong.
We go and have drinks and
You just been going outside. You haven't been doing the dates part, Jazz.
Yeah. You got to figure out how to wrangle the ladies into the skating and the music and all that other interesting.
I'll just bring my guitar with me and just whip it out and start playing.
Yeah, you gotta hit them with a D major 7. That's what you gotta do.
A D major 7.
Yeah, man.
It's actually an incredibly easy chord to play. That's probably the easiest 7th chord to play.
I find it incredibly easy.
The music.
I find it incredibly easy, and I just started to play like 2 months ago or something like that.
Oh, you can see my guitar. Good guitars.
Yeah, you can.
I also have a saxophone over there, but you can't see that one.
You can kind of see my Vicky Sai Diva poster.
What's the one above it?
So it's a Mustafa print. Some guy commissioned him to. This is right after the World Series win. Some dude commissioned all the DC characters, like the Justice League, as wearing like Astros jerseys and carrying the World Series trophy. I couldn't think of the word. Has aged very poorly. Aged very, very poorly. I should probably take that down before someone's like, hey,
Like I was like right before we started here, I was wearing an Astros cap. Like I was hanging out with you guys earlier today when we were getting like boba and shit. And I was just like in an Astros cap. Like that's normal for the area we live in.
Oh yeah.
But like I'm like, nah, can't.
We can't be seen letting people know that we like the Astros.
Can't rep the squad right now because we don't fuck with
the squad. The squad's kind of cheating to win a world title kind of thing. I don't know. That's its own. We could probably start our own podcast doing that. Just talking about things like that.
Yeah, as the great philosopher once said, "Fuck the Astros. All my homies hate the Astros."
It really hurts. It really hurts to be an Astros fan right now. I kind of want to pull away.
Not for me. I think the memes that come out of it, fucking immaculate, impeccable shit that I see.
I do. Speaking of memes, like I do want to pull this in because that's another thing that really wanted me to like. It pulled me into this whole thing as well. It was that I was just seeing so many good memes with like current anime. That's something that, oh my goodness, Jazz and we will send each other memes constantly on Instagram and Twitter. Well, I'll send him Twitter ones. He doesn't have one.
All right. Before we derail completely, because we're getting to that point.
Yeah, we are.
Let's just do a quick outro.
Okay.
So
basically,
no, not like that. So to wrap up, we've picked the 2 shows, Misfit of Demon King Academy and Woodpecker Detective's Office, right?
Correct.
We'll watch the first 2 episodes of each
on our own.
On our own. This will be the end of episode 0.
Correct.
So when we get together again, we'll record episode 1, which will be those 2 shows.
Right. We'll kind of do the light introduction again, just because of kind of what we did. And then
we might need a quick introduction like every episode. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we review new anime that we haven't seen before, and we're getting started.
I like that idea. Right, and then we'll go into episode 1 will be our thoughts. We'll kind of do it. We'll take it one show at a time. Then,
we'll do like the first half. The first bit will be like intro and like a quick intro and the 2 shows we're gonna discuss. and how we picked them. It'll just be real quick, super fast. Like we'll
do
be
the drawing, and then that's it. And we'll go straight into the content. And then finally, we'll mostly end episodes with a new drawing.
Yeah.
With the next drawing. Well, yeah. So
and like a quick, just like what we're looking forward to.
Yeah, kind of like what we did at the beginning of this one, but a lot more a lot less.
Yeah, more condensed. Definitely.
More condensed. Yeah, a lot more condensed.
Definitely.
Well, we're looking forward to the show, you guys. Thank you so much. Once again, I am Ashton, Skyloft Link. Go ahead, guys. You want to take away your outros?
Yes.
He's Jazz, aka currently Mayday. Currently could be something else tomorrow.
Yeah, so, lots of stuff.
Just Jazz.
Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Send me your potential requests for episodes of Simulcast, and let me know your thoughts. I'm down to just hear anything, honestly. Yeah. And we'll see you on the next episode, guys.
Yeah, man. Let's go.
Peace out.
Here. Let's go. I got things to do.